We're gonna take one of the more advanced mobility routines, just like we did last week, and break it down step by step. So even if you are a beginner, you can use this to advance your mobility and flexibility work. We're going to break this down step by step. We're going to use every single step of those as its own exercise. Let's start out with our base form, our base movement, which is going to be the cossack squat. We've already seen the cossack squat multiple times. So we start usually in a standing position, sit down, raise your heel, unless you have more mobility in your gastrocnemius soleus and Achilles tendon to keep your foot flat on the ground and sit down into a deep squat on the left side all the way. If you don't, raise your heel like so. If you need more core strength, because you can't hold yourself up here, also raise your heel. Now, instead of going full cossack, what we need to do is switch sides with our hips very low. For one, this is going to open up our adductors and our hip joints as well. All the musculature we require for the full movement pattern. Now, base form movement is just the cossack switch. We're going to open our foot upward. We have a nice little stretch in our hamstrings, and we're opening up our hip joints one side and then the other. So this is movement number one. What's up with movement number two? We're gonna start again in a deep squat on one side, and we're gonna move from the front with our upper body to the back. From the front to the back. Now this is a very short movement, and you can use it as its own exercise, moving from frontal loaded leg musculature to backwards loaded leg musculature. I want to bring our hand right behind our knee with 1.5 feet, or what is that, like half a meter apart. So forward and backwards. That's more of a balancing exercise than anything else. Forward and backward. So let's check out step number 3. We're going to move back. We're going to keep our hand here, and all we need to do is elevate our hips like so. This is going to lengthen our quadriceps, our hip flexors, our lower abdominals, and once we extend our arm, our latissimus dorsi, as well as our deltoid and triceps insertions. So for this movement, we're just going to come forward like so and extend like so. Come forward and extend. Now the arm we have behind here stays fully extended during the entire exercise. Push up, lengthen your side and reverse. Push up, lengthen your side and reverse. Now we're coming to the interesting part. What we do once we are here. I want you to start up here and only use explosive controlled movements, which means that we're going to do a tiniest little jump with the left foot. All right, and then we're going to switch hands from the right hand to the left hand. Stay focused. This is very important. From here, tiniest push up and reverse. Tiniest push up, switch hands and reverse. We're staying up here. Tiniest jump, control the movement. You're going to need a lot of core strength for this one. And reverse. Control the movement and reverse. And I think now you are ready to go through with the entire reversal part. So we're going to start here once more, and we're going to do the explosive jump and change hands. And now we can bring our leg through all the way. So we're only missing one single movement, and then we have all of them separately, and then we're going to put them together. So to reverse this one, pull your leg in and come back here. Push through, extend, pull in, reverse. Push through, extend, pull in, and reverse. Let's check it out on the other side. Hand to the back, arm stays extended. From here, push up, through, and reverse. We're going to keep the stretch going in our hip flexors. Push through, and reverse. So what is the last part that's missing so we can put this whole thing together and have a little bit of fun? All we need to do for this one is we end it like so, right? We're going to go as closely to the ground as possible. All we need to do is grab those toes and pull them closer, lengthening the back part of our leg musculature, lengthening the frontal or anterior chain here, and combining both together with a lot of required core and upper body strength, as well as control, of course. So all we want to do here is pull in, extend, and come closer to the ground. Pull in, extend, and go closer to the ground. If you want to reverse the whole thing, There we are in our starting position. Now I'd say you're ready to put the whole thing together. Let's start out in the cossack squat. We're gonna sit down, deep squat on one side, turn that foot up, bring one hand right here behind our knee, push our hips upward, tiniest explosive jump, switch hands, bring your leg through, go as closely to the ground as possible, and pull your toes in for a nice little posterior chain stretch. Reverse the whole thing, sit down in a deep squat on the left side. Now we can switch with our hips very low. Deep squat to the right side, opening up our hips and adductors. Reverse, push through, extend, grab, go as closely as you can. Reverse, and done. So now we've done it on both sides, the entire thing. We started really easy. Every single part of these exercises by themselves are not that impressive or not that hard, but once you put them together, we have a lot of fun. So, full movement with speed. Right side, up, bring it through, go close. Reverse, rotation in our lumbar spine, push through and close to the ground. And reverse. There we are. Cossack, switch, left side, right side. Do it by itself, learn it, and start enjoying it. Number 2, up and down. Up and down. Very short movement that's going to strengthen our entire posterior chain by pushing up like so while stretching our anterior chain. Number 3, switch hands, reverse. Switch hands, reverse. Do the whole flip, grab, and reverse. Once we put it together, we have the cossack. Move backwards, bring it through. Grab, reverse, sit back down, and there we are. Now we've worked on our flexibility, we worked on our mind-muscle connection because we have so many asymmetrical moves that we have to do. We worked on our endurance because doing this for prolonged periods of time, I hope you can see this, that's not just because it's hot, but also because it's hard. That's what she said. We worked on our strength because holding some of these positions and getting into some of these positions require explosiveness or static strength to stay in them. So we had a whole lot of shit we're working on in a single movement pattern or drill. Sadly, however, this is all the time I have left for you today. We have new videos on this channel every single day. So if you like the video and subscribe and check out other ones. And I will come up tomorrow. Captain Cairo, peace out.